never was, buyer sues over flat that was built without permission. Stabbed in the street, victim calls for more bobbies on the beat. And what did the DJ say to the First Lady? How Sir Jim made Barbara blush. Good evening. A woman who's paying a £35,000 mortgage on a flat has been told that her home doesn't officially exist. The flat was built without planning permission, but she didn't find that out until after she'd bought it.
She now can't sell her home because the flat was built illegally, and she can't stay there either because that's also against the law. She wants to sue her original solicitors and the builders for compensation, as Tim Hurst reports.
Karen Williams bought her one-bedroomed, top-floor flat in a converted Victorian house in Ross-on-Wye, Herefordshire, for £40,000 with the help of a £35,000 mortgage. She tried to sell it last year, only to be told it didn't exist. It had been built without planning permission. The house was bought by developers in 1988 as 3 flats. When Karen Williams bought her flat a year later, it contained 6 flats. Curious then that the legal searches completed by the builders or their agents should say that no alterations had taken place in the past 4 years.
By the fact it doesn't have this planning permission, building regulations or fire regulations, it means basically it's an unmarketable property with no marketable value. I'm just stuck with it for the time being.
The Halifax Building Society even advised that the flat should be checked against the relevant regulations before the sale to Karen Williams went ahead.
But obviously the searches were not carried out correctly, or else I would never have bought the flat. This should have all come to light a long time ago, before I even bought it.
When you instructed your solicitors in the original purchase, what did you think you were paying for in the professional fees?
I thought I was paying for a search to be undertaken and all the relevant checks to make sure I didn't end up in this situation.
The developers, who still own part of the house, and Karen, have been ordered to put it back as it was, making Karen's flat disappear. She's breaking the law by staying there. An application for retrospective planning permission might be lodged with South Herefordshire District Council in September. But even if it's granted, that won't satisfy Karen Williams.
In order for planning permission to be granted in retrospect, I'd have to have a lobby built in this flat. And you've walked around it yourself, you can see it's very small. I'd be left with a flat with an opening door, doors which open outwards onto a landing and would hit people in the face. I'd have to walk into the flat sideways if I was carrying 2 bags of shopping. The furniture would be locked into the flat. Basically, I'd be left with a flat very different to that which I purchased.
Through her new solicitors, Karen hopes to sue her original solicitors and the developers for negligence, compensation and a full refund of her money. Her case is being considered by the solicitor's insurance body, but she's been told that could take years. South Herefordshire District Council, the local planners, have referred the matter to their solicitors. They didn't want to comment on the case at the moment. The developers, from whom Karen Williams bought her flat, have declined 2 invitations for an interview.